Okay, I got the CV axle there. Just gonna try and I'm just gonna get a pry bar and see if I can pry that out of there. I had to take that engine support off on the bottom there to get the other trans CV axle, but I won't go pull it right now. But I need to take this off anyways because I'm doing the transmission, but I just like leaving the bolts in when I do it. And mark all your bolts, and we'll pull that CV axle out now. Have a lot more room there. Have a lot more room there. Now, see if I can get that pop out of there. Just like that. Get any dirt on it. So you can see your flywheel there. Right below the starter, there's a little knockout plug, or a little plastic plug you got to pull out. And that's how you undo the 3 bolts that are in your flywheel connecting your torque converter. So you have to take that starter off to get to those bolts. And you can see the flywheel through the starter hole, and right below it is where you got to get the 3 bolts. Now I've just got a strap with 2 chain falls, one on the engine and one on the transmission. I'll show you that. I was just showing you what you have to do to get your transmission out of here. So I just got 2 chain falls, and this one, just got to be careful when you put these if you're going to do it this way. I'm not telling you to do it this way, I'm just showing you how I'm doing it. So I got that holding the engine, and then this one's on the transmission. I have a very big beam above me, so when I undo everything, but I am going to put the jack under after. I just needed the room there, so I didn't have a jack under it, but I want to put one on the engine just to make sure. And so when I go to put this one in, I'm just going to pick it up and let it down just like that, because I've already picked it up and let it down, and it holds it pretty square. It works pretty good. But so then you gotta, on this is on your transmission linkage. Those are just clips. So they just slide out, that clip. There's one there and one there. Then you got your wire harness. You got one connection there. Got this one here. Got that one there. Oh, that one there. Can't really mess it up too much because it's pretty simple. So you got one here, one here, one here. You got to disconnect, and then one there. And they're all different. And they all just push. These clips just push in. And you gotta wiggle it out of there. So you push that clip right there. All of them have that pretty much. This one's right here. It will go there. That one will go there, there, and there. This one goes off to somewhere else, but you don't need to undo that one because it's not connected. So I gotta probably take this off. I gotta unbolt it all. And your transmission lines, make sure you remember which one. This is actually your high pressure, which goes to the top. I haven't unhooked it yet, but this goes to your top of your radiator. I'm not going to use this radiator. I don't trust it. But that's another project. But first things first, gotta get the transmission in. So I got the old one out, but as I was taking it out, the torque converter, it slid out. It got stuck in there and wouldn't come. I got it back in all the way in place, but I had to actually tip it up on its back because there's a ring in this that moves, and almost impossible going in this way. But I won't put I got the other one that's hanging there on the strap. Just going to chainsaw it up. So hopefully I can get it to just pop in there without that torque converter moving. So that torque converter comes out, you have to let it all the way back out and redo it. I think I can get it. So you do have a small hole here to help line up your right underneath the trans, help line up that you do have a small hole underneath with a little plastic cover, so you can see you can see in there, you can see your flywheel and your torque converter, and that you can help line up the holes to put the bolt back in on that other side. This is right underneath. So you can see down in there, it's all the way in there. Now I gotta put the 3 bolts. You don't want to drop them in there. Looks like I gotta turn it just a little bit. Try to get them holes lined up. Okay, I've got the transmission in. When I put those torque converter bolts in, that's a critical part. I didn't bother recording because I didn't want to mess it up, but you got to get that. I actually just took a piece of hose and I was able to put that bolt in there, and then I could reach in and start turning it. Because you drop one down in, you got to pull that all back out, and then your torque converter could come apart. And so on these 2010, it's hard to get them torque converters back in there. So got them 3 bolts going through into the flywheel, from the flywheel into the torque converter. And you have to have something, maybe some lock pliers that you can get it to turn and start or something. But anyways, hopefully you do it. I was just kind of making a little video, not much, but I'm actually doing the water pump too. Now, on this one's the water pump is right here, and it's ran off your regular belt. It's not like the older models, the 2010 AVEO. But you got to get these 3 bolts out first. And so this tool is a good tool. This one's the lowest tool, and you can see this is the one that you need. It's in the kit there. and you can see how tight that is. And it's got a ratchet. So now I actually got two with this, but I couldn't get the third one. I was afraid. I mean, I was trying to, but it's still difficult. So I actually drilled a hole right here. You can actually see the screw right inside there. I just did a 1/2 inch screw hole, and then you can slide that through if you're having serious problems. Then you can put this on the other end. So, and that worked good there. Then I was out here, I could really crank on it, and I got that third one. So a couple possibilities if you're doing a water pump. But gotta finish putting it together now.